That's right, I'm back, cranking out devlogs like candy. I'm actually hoping to get bi-weekly devlogs out, but knowing my upload schedule, who knows. But this devlog includes a lot of polishing and a new enemy, so let's hop right in. Now the first thing I added was a chest to the game. Like I said in devlog number 3, I was able to change the inventory code so that each inventory slot is independent, which allowed for me to make something like this. You're able to craft them or find them around the map with random loot. I think later on I want different variations around the map with better and better loot, but for now it's just spawned some basic loot. Now also, the game is kind of lacking in structures right now. Like, all it has is just a boss spawner, and that looks really bad. So, I found a model of a pirate ship online, added some gliders and rocks to it, and now it'll randomly spawn in the game near the shore. I also added 2 chests on it and made those spawn some loot. Right now I have no idea what it should spawn, so comment your ideas on what loot the pirate ship should spawn. Now also, I decided I need to add some enemies to the game, as currently it's just a skeleton, and even that's kind of boring. So, I hit up Zodi on Discord and told him I wanted a stone golem enemy because stone golem enemies are sick. But anyway, after a little bit of back and forth, Zodi cooked up this. This model is just awesome, just everything about it looks cool. The one triangle eye on the front, the build, just everything about this looks awesome. So I added it to Unity, added some animations to it, and boom, now we have a stone golem. Now do be careful, as this guy is a little bit overpowered and does like half your health in one shot. But it looks super cool, and I'm glad I got it in the game. Now Zodi also cooked up some other enemies for the game, but I haven't had the time to add any of the functionality to them yet. So here's some sneak peeks of the models. I don't know when they will be added, but hopefully it'll be soon. Now a small thing I added to the game is a loading bar for how long left the game thinks the train will take to generate. If I'm being completely honest, I am pulling numbers out of a hat because I have no idea how to accurately calculate this, but it's about 95% accurate and it looks nice, so I'm going to keep it in the game. Now I also spent a little bit of time working on a better horizon for the game. I started off with these 2D textures of mountains in the background, which looked super bad. So I stole an idea from Muck and created a shader that will slowly go from a solid color to transparent. I then set the color of this to the color of the sky, add some fog, and now the edges of the map blend in with the sky and it looks super smooth and super nice. Now another main thing I did with this update is I completely reworked the main menu. The old one was in a cave, and don't get me wrong, it didn't look bad, but most of the game is out on top of the world and you don't spend most of your time in caves like Batman. So I reworked the main menu so as if it's on top of the train and added some houses for each section of the menu. So I have a house for playing the tutorial, playing single player, multiplayer, game settings, player settings, etc. I also changed the main menu so when you are in the main menu, it's its own server, so you can talk with and play with other people while messing with settings or talking about settings for the upcoming game. Later on, I want to make something like a Hypixel lobby with parkour, minigames, etc. I just really want this to be a social game, and I feel like this is a good step to making it into that. Also, a small thing I did for the game was change how the buttons work, so I made it so that they can be toggleable and they go down once you press them. There's really nothing more to talk about, I just wanted to mention this because it's super satisfying. Now also, I heard a lot of people complaining about how the map size could be too big or too small, so I decided to add an option in the game settings tab which allows you to change the world size. So you can play on a small world if you're playing alone, a normal world if you're like playing with a few friends, or a large world if you're playing with a lot of friends. Or if you're playing solo and you just want a large world to explore, you can do large world. Basically, it just gives you a lot of options to customize the game. Now also, another polishing thing I wanted to add to the game was allowing me to apply a normal map to the terrain. This should help a bunch as it allows you to better see the depth of the terrain and just add some more detail to it. Now this should be super simple and should only take me like 5 minutes to add, maybe 10. So it took me 5 hours, but I got it working, so that's nice. Now another small thing I added to the game is I added a set bonus for armor. I'm gonna be honest, this is just a super simple copy of the Terraria armor set bonus mechanics, but it's just such a good mechanic, so I'm stealing it and adding it to my game. Right now it's just super basic, but later on I want to add more advanced stuff like Terraria. But anyways, that's going to be the end of the video. Sorry that it's kind of short, but let me know if you want weekly updates, bi-weekly updates, monthly updates, etc. Also, make sure to wishlist Run Wild on Oculus, and to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, as it really helps a lot. Also make sure to comment your ideas for Run Wild, and have a great day.